you better lock in and buckle up, bucko, because you're in for another creepy and scary TikTok reaction video. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button because we're reacting to disturbing, creepy TikToks on YouTube. You want to be careful with these creepy and disturbing videos because they might just change your reality. And remember, this video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research on everything. Without further ado, let's dive into tonight's video.
Did y'all see what happened in New Jersey last night? But first, this looks different than any other plane that I've ever seen, and what is that big black thick trail of smog coming out the back of it? And completely unrelated, has the sun been missing for y'all too? Cause we only see it once a month over here. It's been going on for actual months. Anyways, this is insane. Ever since the UAP hearing, by the way, there's another one coming up, I believe, tomorrow. Ever since, there's been things all over the sky, and this just happened last night in New Jersey. There are multiple videos of them and multiple reports, and a whole bunch of people said they saw a whole bunch of them in the sky. And before the skeptics say they're just drones, they were in the sky for over 2 hours, and there was a military Black Hawk that came to watch them. And we've literally had an overload of sites all over the US for the last week. For instance, this happened last night at the same exact time somewhere else, and these things are popping up literally everywhere. It really can't be a coincidence. I think it's time for the alien card, if you know what I mean. And seeing as how they say they live in the ocean, maybe that explains this video. All I know is things are about to get really weird. Oh, make sure you're watching the East.
What happened in New Jersey? We gotta type that in. New Jersey.
Drones flying at night near your community. In recent weeks, some residents in New Jersey have been experiencing this. Locals commented online that they believe these crafts could be much more advanced than regular drones, but no one has been able to clarify what exactly these objects are. Multiple folks who work for agencies in Morris County have seen these so-called drones and are investigating, which makes us wonder, have you seen mysterious drones flying at night?
Unauthorized drones in Morris County, New Jersey. Or are the UFOs? What's going on in Morris County, New Jersey?
What is that?
A pattern of lights over Paterson, New Jersey on Monday night caused a bit of a stir with residents on the ground, all trying to make sense of the unidentified flying objects. Louis Stevens, who was on the ground filming the spectacle, says he lost count of what he called flying white circles that he says morphed into different shapes.
You see it on YouTube and you be like, it's always somewhere out in the Nevada desert somewhere. The shock was more like, is this really real? Like, are we really looking at what we think we're looking at? Headed toward those.
The mysterious lights dazzled the skies over downtown Paterson for more than 5 minutes, Stevens said, ending their run over nearby Garrett Mountain. Pix 11 News sent the video to the Federal Aviation Administration, where an official reviewed it, checking in with local air traffic. We were told nothing unusual was reported, while theories on the ground are now running rampant, especially after a government report released over the summer acknowledged that intelligence officials cannot explain such sophisticated movements in the skies. One likely premise leans more toward drones.
At first, I was kind of puzzled.
Victor Chu, the founder, director, and executive producer of SkyTech One, a drone-based photography company behind numerous award-winning productions, says based on his knowledge, it appears the flying objects were part of a drone lighting show practice session that went wrong.
If you look at a light show, they're all synced together and they're controlled by a computer. And if you looked at the video, you'll see that they're maintaining a formation for the most part, even though it was kind of scrambled a little bit.
Now, whether they were drones or some supernatural phenomenon remains unclear. Officials are urging members of the public who do see this type of activity to report it to the National UFO Reporting Center, or if they feel their life or property are in danger, to call police. In Paterson, I'm Andrew Ramos.
They have a national reporting for UFOs now? When is that?
Footage from Seaside on Instagram, and I noticed something weird. Now the video was taken to show the party, but look at that. Let's take one more closer look here. Yep, definitely a UAP.
Yeah, see, that's the tricky part about UAPs now. We don't know if it's a drone or if it's actually like a real UAP or UFO, something we can't identify, but that boy is spinning whatever it was. Drop your thoughts below.
UAP are real. Advanced technologies not made by our government or any other government are monitoring sensitive military installations around the globe.
Strange phenomenon occurs at New Jersey Beach.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my.
Oh no, y'all, that sounded loud.
Dead ass, look. Yo, dead ass, look. Spaceship. Look, the whole street is up. There's a flying spaceship. Look. What the Look. Yo, what the Look at that. Oh, I gotta park for this. Yo, what? No way. Oh, yeah. Yo, look at that.
Hey, that one might have to be real. Everyone else is stopping to look at it. That's one clue to let you know that it might be real. If you see other people around there getting out their cars like, hold on, what is this? We got to figure it out.
Look at everybody in the highway right now. I don't know, bro. Ni idea. A mí no se mueve de ahí. That's crazy.
Eh? Set our lights.
No, Yo, dead ass.
You guys got to tell me what you guys think. Is this a UFO or what? Definitely can't say it's a drone because that boy is hovering, you know, it's got a dish shape. So we might have one on our hands. Let me know what you guys think. Those are a little bit too bright to be drones, in my opinion. Whatever it is, it disappeared. It looks like it was in slow motion. But I need to know what the significance is in New Jersey that has these popping up like that. What's going on with New Jersey to make all these different UAPs, UFOs pop up?
What the is that though?
That shit is moving. Who this?
This might be an airship, a cloaked airship. Because if you look, these might be the windows to inside the aircraft, and everything around it is cloaked. That's just an idea. I wish we could have a telescope and beam in on it and like see if there's somebody looking back at us. How crazy would that be?
According to AI, I need to build a pyramid to escape the simulation. According to AI, I need to build a pyramid to escape the simulation. I can't make this up. It's told me to find glitches, use ancient knowledge, and learn geometry. To interact with the source code like a hacker, pyramids and mandalas in specific proportions may resonate with the underlying code. Strange coincidence, we have a ton of those to study. The biggest mandala in the world, actually, is Borobudur. Its architecture is a harmonic pattern. To figure this out, someone has to know that sound makes shapes. If you run a bowstring across a metal plate with sand, you can see these patterns. There's a math equation that lets you calculate those. If we make a 3D model of that in Blender or Houdini, we can simulate what any frequency looks like. Borobudur's architecture mirrors a frequency. This is not uncommon at all in the ancient world. Chichen Itza follows a similar frequency. How would we do that on something like a pyramid, though? Rick Draco can show you. It makes 3D models of vibration. Each layer is a pattern within the frequency. A very complex frequency assembled layer by layer may look something like Prambanan Temple. Hindu and Buddhist culture often use mandalas to represent chants, mantras, or frequencies. The fact that many ancient places share similar patterns to these mandalas may indicate that there is a resonance relationship there. No other place resonates with the source code better than the Great Pyramid of Giza. Its geometry encodes the circumference of the Earth, the length of the year, the relationship between the Earth and the Moon, at least 4 universal constants, and the speed of light, and the angle needed to view a rainbow. Corner angle is the same angle. According to AI, I need to build a pyramid to...
I honestly believe that they were some type of power plant back in the day.
Ever heard of Jerome, Arizona? A ghost town known as the wickedest town in the West? Or have you heard the song by Tool about Armageddon, where he says, learn to swim, see you down in Arizona Bay? He also has a song called 46 and 2. 46 and 2 theories about DNA evolution. 46 and 2 is also 48, and Arizona's the 48th state, and he lives here. The town sits high up on a mountain, but when you first pull in, one of the first places you'll see is the Cabal Cellars. That's right, the Cabal Cellars. There's a Cabal Cellars in Tombstone, Arizona as well. Back to Jerome, Maynard Keenan from Tool also has a store called Lucifer and a winery. First walk in, you'll see a statue of Shiva, the alien head with horns. Because he has a winery, he also has a vineyard. At the vineyard, he has a food truck, and that's on the side of the truck. There's symbolism all over this town. What's weird is a town like that, and it sounds like Jerusalem and Rome together. A personal story too from last time I was there. Ever heard of Jerome, Arizona?
That's interesting. Jerome, Arizona? We might have to type that in.
Come with me to the haunted town of Jerome, Arizona for a ghost tour. The town was once home to thousands of miners seeking their fortune in copper. But over 9,000 people have died here, many due to mining accidents, fires, and other untold tragedies. We arrived a little bit too early.
Look at that view, though. Man, I gotta get out and travel. That view is amazing. As far as the eye can see. I'm surprised nobody lives there.
For the ghost tour, so we decided to check out the Grand Hotel. It was built in 1926 as a hospital, but today it's known for its ghostly encounters. Guests often hear the voice of a woman crying or the feeling of being strangled during the night. During our ghost tour, we got to experience the paranormal firsthand with spirit boxes. We also heard some unsettling stories of the past. We visited an old hospital site as well as...
Real quick, look at this view. Man, I live for those views, man. That is right up my alley, but it looks like it's populated. You know, you got people everywhere.
We visited an old hospital site as well as an old speakeasy entrance. It definitely gave me the creeps. Jerome may be a small town, but under the full moon, its ghosts definitely come alive. Don't miss this day trip. It's only 2 hours from Phoenix.
Alright, so I told you guys that I would tell you about our Jerome ghost tours. Our ghost tour started at 7 and then it lasted until just after 9 o'clock. The package that my husband purchased was called Pandora's Box, and I will tell you right now, we had a freaking blast. I absolutely loved it. Here we are right here. We're walking up to go head towards the ghost tour. This area that's lit up purple, that is where the ghost tours start. My only negative thing is that they did not have a bathroom, so I'm really glad I went to the bathroom before we drove up to Jerome. They told us we could go to the fire station if we had to use one. But aside from that, here are the stairs leading up to it. I loved this. They had it decorated so pretty. Real quick, this is the gift shop. They had a whole bunch of really fun stickers and stuff for sale. They had sage bundles. They had all kinds of stuff in there. We got there a little early, so that's why we weren't able to check out the gift shop. Once we checked in, then we went and sat on that patio that you saw where the sign was. There was 2 groups at the same time, so there were 14 in each group. Here we are sitting on the patio waiting for them to come out and grab us. From here, they handed out EMF readers and spirit boxes. Here's the first location. We went to a really old high school and we're going down into the basement where a murder had happened. Now, they did ask that we didn't film everything, so I was only able to get a few little snippets, but here we are in the basement right now. It is pitch black. Everybody's leaving, so I tried to be like the last one in there so I could be by myself with my husband so we could see if we could catch anything. Everyone in our group was awesome. Everybody was super nice. Everybody was a believer, so it just made everything a lot more fun. We did get quite a few readings in there. A lot of words came through on our spirit box, and here we are walking through the gymnasium out back to the main area to get back into the van, but it was pitch black in there. Here's the hallway when we're leaving, so this is the hallway to get into that leads to the basement area. Here's the second location that we went to. It is their old cemetery, and we got to check out all these graves. This graveyard was not like anyone I've ever seen before. They had the tubes and like the bell strings still attached to the, like into the dirt. All these bodies are about only 3 feet down. So everything was kind of bumpy and all the tombstones were kind of tilted and tipped over. My husband loved this location. This was a really cool one and it was nice to be outside doing it, but this was a really creepy graveyard. Then we went to a third location where an old hospital had burned down, and here are the trees that kind of lined where that area was. And then from here, they took us down where the Haunted Hamburger is, which is a really famous area in Jerome to eat at, which we've eaten there before. There's the restaurant right there. And then they took us into a building right behind it where a double homicide had happened, and that's where we ended the tour, and it was awesome. I highly recommend doing this if you're in town and you're into spooky stuff. All right, so I told you guys.
Get you see some ghosts and get a haunted hamburger. They got it all figured out. But I do want to check it out, though, to be honest. It seems like a fun time. You know, go with a good group of friends or, you know, go with a loved one. And, you know, I'm not too sure about those spirit boxes, though. What makes spirit boxes, you know, so special? Like, what can they do that we can't, you know? Let's figure it out. Maybe it's a certain frequency. I don't know.
Can you see what I'm holding? Can you see what I'm holding? Are you able to feel the energy from this? Do you know my name? Where are you on the other side? Who is your God? Have you lived multiple lives? Archangel Michael, are you here? What are you waiting for on the other side? Can you see?
The moment you realize you have it up by using the spirit box. The moment you realize you have it up by using the spirit box.
happening? What?
Boats over.
I feel like that was my name twice. You. Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. Oh, God.
The moment you realize you have...
What I have in my hand right now is a spirit box. And as a professional medium, sometimes I really like to use them because it lets you connect in different ways with spirit. I'm going to give you some secrets on how to use these devices and then also which ones are the best. Because most of the ghost hunting apps on the App Store are actually fake or they have pre-programmed like spooky sounds and words to make you afraid. And I'm going to try to take most of that away for you today, okay? So how do you successfully use one of these apps or programs? Number one, you have to remember the connection is not within the app or the program. The connection is with you. What do you mean, Amy? The app should do all the work. No. You see, connecting through devices like spirit boxes are actually the most difficult way for spirits to communicate. They're used to using your own energy, your own thoughts, feelings, and emotions to give you a message. But a lot of times we pick these up as being circumstantial or maybe, oh my God, what a coincidence. No, that's spirit trying to connect and talk through you. And so whereas normally they would channel through you or a medium, i.e. me, but now they have to take that step further. They have to pull your energy, channel it through the box, and then manipulate that frequency, and then you have to understand it. So how can we bridge that gap with spirit and make it easier for a smoother communication? Number one, be in a space by yourself that's quiet, where there's no activity besides you, and all you have to do is focus on your connection with spirit. Number two, if you're trying to connect with a loved one, and yes, your pets count too, start thinking about them. Start asking them to come through. And yes, you can say it internally or externally. They hear you both ways. And also bring some of their stuff. Some pictures that you had of them, some shirts or clothes or items that they may have worn or loved. Then what do you do next? Focus. Then finally begin to ask questions in your head or out loud that you would want answered. Now ask one at a time and wait for a response. Because if you ask multiple, your response that you may get may be for your first or last question. What are my top favorite spirit boxes? Well, let me tell you. Fourth favorite spirit box app is going to be Dead Wave. I like it. You get some really clear answers, and if you tune it just right and you wait and you practice, you begin to build a really good connection and you get solid answers back. Number three spirit box would be Necro Dice. If you can get a connection going, you get some amazing answers, and it seems really easy for spirits to communicate.
Necro Dice? What are you, shooting dice with demons now? Oh my God.
On. Now my number two and number one, they're really interchangeable right now, is the Miracle Box app by Steve Huff. I love it. And Necrometer. I'm still using Necrometer. I'm trying it out more, and I'll let you know if it outdoes the Miracle Box. And yesterday I asked my dad to come through, and he showed up. It just said son. Is this your son? Is this where he crossed over? What I have in my hand right now is a spirit box.
I don't know about those, y'all. I don't know if you should be using them either. I'm not too sure about that one, y'all. I just had to see what they were about. Drop your thoughts below. Would you use one? Have you used one before?
Hey, what's up? It's Lacey. I'm at Jerome, Arizona today.
And I'm going to show you that it's the perfect place to visit in October for spooky season. Okay, so starting off our day, we went to the Gold King Ghost Town. It's like pretty close to Jerome, but it's this really, really cool place you have to visit. For only $7, you can explore a ghost town full of like mine shafts and different like abandoned buildings, abandoned cars. It's also like the best place for a photo shoot, so enjoy our little photos. Now heading into like main Jerome, we immediately went to go discover all the little like hidden gems. So first we went to a glass blowing workshop at this really cool place called Raku Gallery. Jerome's on a hill, so we wandered up the hill and we found this BMW bus that's like decked out in stickers, so cute. Next to it is the cutest bookstore ever. It's on the 4th floor in the tiniest bookstore in all of Arizona. Kate is an expert at all things Jerome, and this is her cute cat, Mr. Blue. Food time, my favorite. In Jerome, there's like places like Haunted Hamburger that are very touristy, but if you want like a local, authentic place, go to Hilltop Deli. Wrapping up our day, we did a little vintage shopping and headed home. Bye!
Hey, what's up? It's Lacey. I'm at Jerome.
So get Hilltop Deli or Haunted Hamburger. I'll try both of them, honestly. Maybe I'm just hungry.
All right, so this is the road where I had to park, and there is the restaurant. Heard good recommendations.
Welcome to Jerome. This is the Haunted Hamburger. Everybody was recommending this ghost town to me outside of Sedona, Arizona, and look at the views from this restaurant. You definitely want to eat outside. I got a little non-traditional burger. It was served on sourdough bread, but I absolutely loved it. Here I am vibing, and here's the town. A lot of the shops were already closed, but honestly, I wasn't going to buy that much in a ghost town. And here's an old hotel. Check it out.
Alright, so this is the road where I had to
roam a couple months ago, and I picked up on a weird energy while I was there. I was immediately drawn to look at the window at the house, and I saw a figure rocking back and forth. When I got closer, I couldn't determine what was causing it. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? Is this a ghost? I went to Jerome a couple.
I think she might have got one, y'all. If you guys know cool places like this that people gotta visit, or I think there was one on San Francisco, I believe it was the Queen Mary. I went on that. I didn't see anything. That was with my dad when he was still alive. Rest in peace, Dad. But yeah, he took me to the Queen Mary. I don't know if it was in San Francisco or what, somewhere near LA, because that's where we were staying. And yeah, we were there during daytime, of course. So we didn't see anything pop off. But yeah, if you guys know cool places, we got to see, drop it in the comments below. So we got, travel destinations, even though my list is beyond anything right now. It's, man, I got a lot of places I want to check out, but I also love hearing about new stuff. So yeah, guys, if you know cool spots like this, drop it in the comments below.
This curvy mountain road will take you to one of America's largest ghost towns, but getting here is another story, depending on your level of comfort behind the wheel. Certain parts of the highway are very straightforward, offering some of the most breathtaking views of the surrounding mountains, while other parts might have you white-knuckling that steering wheel and seriously reconsidering that drive out here. Our journey begins right here on the outskirts of Prescott Valley in Arizona, and here's a map of the route that we'll be taking today. We'll kick off our drive right here at the base of the mountains, and then we'll be slithering our way through the snaky Highway 89A through the Mingus Mountains, all the way to the little hillside town of Jerome, Arizona. If there is one thing I absolutely love, it's a scenic drive through the mountains. To me, nothing is more satisfying than seeing the change in landscapes as we make our ascend. From the outskirts of Prescott Valley to the very top of Mingus Mountain, it's a 2,500-foot gain in elevation. And at its highest point, Mingus Mountain has an elevation of 7,726 feet. Now, Highway 89A doesn't necessarily go all the way to the top, but there are forest roads that take you further up the mountain, where you'll find multiple campgrounds and even a small lake. Nothing but the great outdoors. However, you won't find Dan Aykroyd and John great shape. And
I'm sorry, y'all, but I just love taking road trips, and I'm overdue for one, man. Just the being out in the nature, seeing new scenes you've never seen before, or even going back to older spots you've been to, just seeing what changed, man. I absolutely love road trips. Stopping by Love's gas stations, gift shops, seeing what they got, trying new stuff. Man, I can't get enough of that stuff.
Besides a few bumpy parts around the sharp turns, it's a pretty smooth ride, except for when you have a couple of Kyles and big-ass trucks riding your ass. Heck, I was even driving a little bit above the speed limits, and they were not letting up. Unfortunately, some people see the speed limit signs as a challenge. But whatever, I'm not your dad. They were probably late for a Monster Energy convention or a drywall punching contest. According to PrescottImportCar.com, Highway 89A, which was originally State Route 79, was built in the early 1900s and started off as a single-lane dirt road used to transport mining supplies and equipment up and down the mountain. By 1926, it was paved and had been extended to 2 lanes. Now, at this point in time, the highway ran from Prescott all the way to Clarkdale. Clarkdale is just another 10-minute drive northeast of Jerome.
Yeah, by the looks of it, it looks like the actual trip to Ghost Town is nice and worth it. Just make sure you fuel up. Don't be trying to ride on a half tank through stuff like this. But that's all I got for today's video, guys. If you made it this far, put haunted for the code word. The code word today is haunted. And yeah, this was short but sweet. I might be going live later. We'll see. Do some more creepy things, you know, reactions to, hang out, see what you guys are talking about. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. And if you made it this far, I'll give you a quick little sneak peek of what our future lives may be about. Sit tight. Oh yeah. A lot of you guys been talking about going to the Navigator Beyond the Ice Walls. So we're going to do it. I got all 3 copies, the trilogy. So we're going to be doing this one live. And I got some more books. I kind of went crazy, guys. As soon as I got a little bit of money, I said, I'm buying a lot of books. So when I go live, we're going to be diving into these together. Not the live tonight, but future lives. I'm going to have it real cool setup planned for us. The Tartarians and the Moors. This is a banger. This one, I skimmed through it a little bit. And man, it's got some gems in there, guys. Seriously. And then I got these World Fair hardcovers. You know your boy had to get the hardcover because I'm a huge fan of anything World Fairs, anything old world, you know. Shout out to Cultivate and Elevate. He originally showed me, I seen him flipping through these, showing, you know, just about the ancient buildings. So yeah, got some exciting stuff coming soon, guys. And look at this one. Look at the cover on this one. You know, we get to see the lights. This is from the Louisiana Purchase. You know, it's they just left us breadcrumbs, and it's up to us to do our own research on everything and come up to our own conclusions. So that's what we're doing on these waters. So again, y'all, thank you for jumping on these waters for me. And we got some exciting lives, you know, where we're going to be really doing some digging, some cross-referencing in these books. We're going to be a lot of you guys really love the Ice Wall series. So this one, well, there's 3 parts to it. We barely got through the first book. We got like halfway through the book, and there's like 10 more chapters of different worlds that they were talking about. So yeah, it's exciting stuff. I'm gonna see you guys soon. It's your boy JetskiChucK signing out. Peace out.